The world today is extremely cluttered with a lot of information going on out there. Your phone is constantly buzzing. Very many things need your attention, and we are losing our inner peace. Now, in today's video, I'm going to share a much needed topic that you and I need. Call a friend, tell them about this video because it is about to get quiet and peaceful. Let us get into it. Well, I want to share today on how we can cultivate inner peace. I want to let you know that this is not a one-time thing. It is a process. It is a journey of continually doing certain things. Let me firstly define what inner peace actually is. Inner peace is a state of tranquility, acceptance, and contentment. It is being in harmony with yourself, others, and the world around you. I believe that this is a state that we would all love to be into because there are very many issues of anxiety, issues of depression, and this all stems from a place that inside there is a battle inside. Everything demands your attention, everything wants you. We no longer know what to prioritize, what not to prioritize. Is it more important for me to read my Bible or for me to scroll on my phone and see what is the latest update? What is the latest storage container that I can buy? What is this one talking about, this one? All of that gossip. What is more important? Because everything seems important. Everything gives you a dopamine rush that you feel that you need. But today, right here, right now, I'm going to share how you can cultivate inner peace in the midst of the chaos. Now, I want you to firstly understand that inner peace is entirely your responsibility as an individual. No one is going to do it out there for you. There are things that you are going to deliberately do, things you're going to deliberately deal away with because you're like, no, 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 no. This does not reconcile with the things that I am trying to achieve for myself right here, right now. And the very first thing that we would have to deal with is dealing with, those silent battles that go on the inside, the disappointments, the traumas, things that you probably went through, and they keep on coming back. You feel like you're in a certain state because maybe your dad he was not a present father, and what have you. I want to let you know that all of those things distort inner peace. And my solution to this issue is first to acknowledge that there are things that you have to deal with. Maybe it is a past relationship that did not go right. Acknowledge that this did not leave me whole and I need to deal with it. And then the other recommendation, after you have acknowledged it, the next step that you have to go to is, to recklessly abandon, your cares in the presence of the Lord. I really believe that maybe you are a Christian, recklessly leave it all out to God. Lay it bare and tell God, here and here, I have an issue here. Please, Lord, heal me. I know you're able to heal me. And it is just a matter of time you are going to receive the much needed healing. And if it makes you feel better, I want you to know that trauma is not new. Every single person that you see in this world has gone through something. Even the person who you think has it right has issues. They have a few bones to pick, or they had a few bones to pick. But the difference between you and them is that there are people who have chosen to, deal with these issues. And then there are people who have chosen, to just bury them under the rug and let them pile one after the other. And then we have issues of depression. We have issues of the anxiety and all these mental illnesses that are, so rampant in the world today. Let us go to the next point. Now, this point goes without missing. That is cultivating a relationship with God. The Bible says that He will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed upon the Lord. Now, when you understand the meaning of perfect and peace, they both mean shalom. So that is, He will keep him in shalom, shalom, whose mind is stayed upon the Lord. And if you are a student of literature, you know that when a word is mentioned twice, that is a repetition, and repetition is for emphasis. So God is emphasizing that peace will be to those whose minds are entirely stayed on them. But if you have your mind all over, you have your mind all over, you're thinking about that, you have your solutions in very many other things that are not God, peace can never be your portion. trust me, it can never be your portion. But if you can find a place in you where you are entirely relying on God, that every situation that comes your way, the first thought that you have in your mind is God. Where does God fall in the picture? Where is God in all of this? You will find that, there is a sovereignty of God over every situation in your life, and you will find an inner peace like no other. And then when it comes to also cultivating a relationship with God, it is important that we do not just seek God for what his hand can give. It shouldn't be, a take situation. It should be in a form of a relationship that, oh God, I want to know you more. It is people who go through that experience that are able to experience an inner peace that only God can give. Otherwise, we wouldn't have Christians that, are committing suicide. If it is on a relationship basis, trust me, you are going to enjoy it and you are going to receive the much needed results. But if you are just going to rant and to take and to take and to take, you only go in the presence of God when you have a challenge with your job, you have a challenge with your marriage. That is not sustainable, and you cannot cultivate inner peace like that. Point number 3. Now, point number 3 might sound a bit selfish, but focus on you and make yourself priority. Everything around you is not supposed to be an emergency that badly demands your attention. You need to know that certain things can go on with or without you, especially if these are things that are going to strip you of peace. For example, maybe there is an appointment, someone is calling you to go out to maybe an event that does not reconcile with your values. You know that when you go for this event, by the time you are done, you are going to live with a lot of self-condemnation. You're going to live with a lot of self-judgment. Please stay, keep your peace. Know that it's not everywhere that you should be. First, to think about yourself. What are you trying to work on at the moment? What does it require of you? Does it reconcile with your peace? Now, this doesn't mean that we do not make sacrifices for people. We do make sacrifices for people. We do get out of our comfort zones, but at times weigh the options. Which one is more important? Oh God, it is very early in the morning, but the sun is directly, all right in my face, so it gets a little bit hot. But thank you for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and let us carry on. I love this lighting. I love this lighting. So focus on yourself and make yourself priority. And we are going to know all of this in the way that you take care of yourself. A person who makes themselves priority, you will see it from how their hair looks, from their nails, from their clothing, how they, even just the way they walk will show you that this person takes themselves as priority. The more you take yourself as priority, the more you start to feel like, actually, I matter. I deserve to be at peace. And, inner peace just becomes your nature. It follows you because you feel important. You are important. You treat yourself as important. Point number 4. This might almost be similar to point number 3, but it is prioritize and limit commitments. Yes, everything is not equal, your husband is not equal to your friend is not equal to your colleague is not equal to the stranger that you just met. May God give you wisdom when it comes to this. So when you limit your commitments, this means that you are going to allow yourself enough time to do for yourself the things that actually matter, the things that are really, really important for you and to you. At times, the commitments are, you just committing that, I'm going to give you such and such an amount of money at such a time as this, or I'm going to lend you this money and what have you. But you know very well that maybe this person is not going to pay you back, or you know very well that you do not have the money to contribute to that cause. You leave yourself in a state of, distraught, and you are so distressed. Oh God, where am I going to get the money for this? Where am I going to get the money for this? But you knew that you would have just easily said a no. So actually, the end point of this is learn how to say no. And when you say no to certain things that do not need you, that can thrive without you, you are simply protecting your inner peace. You are creating space for your mind to do the things that actually matter, to focus on the decisions that actually matter, and you are not committing yourself beyond your abilities. Next point. The next point is you should create an environment that caters for your inner peace. This means that this environment should, number one, be free from chaos. Okay, if you are a troublemaker, always having fights with your children, having fights with your husband, inner peace might be hard to cultivate, especially in environments where you spend most of your time. Maybe it is the workplace. Everybody is your enemy. Everyone is at loggerheads with you, but you spend the whole of your day at work. Let me tell you, you will dread work because you feel like no one likes me, no one understands me, or you just create hell for everyone. And then when it comes to your home, also create the atmosphere, firstly by being at peace with the people that you live with, but also create a beautiful space that you actually love. The space that you actually love doesn't have to look like everything that you see on the internet. It has to be something that reconciles with you. Maybe instead of having art pieces, you are having pictures of your loved ones pinned on your walls, or pictures of yourself, because for you that is what speaks peace. That is what speaks an atmosphere that is beautiful to you. You don't have to go on and do everything that everyone else is doing. It has to actually make sense to you. One thing that I really love is I love lighting candles, because there's a way they set the mood for me. They feel like I have put in extra effort, and the scent of candles is just subtle. There's just a way it fills a room. You just don't know how, but there's just something that is smelling nice. You don't really seem to trace it. It's just, oh, I really, really love that. So find out what creates that environment for you and work towards it. Next point. The next point is something that we really miss, and that is be more organized. And by this, I mean learn how to plan, learn how to schedule. What this does, it is going to limit your decision making, because, for example, you already have a menu set out for the week. This is going to limit on the amount of times you have to think about, oh, I'm still finishing up with this report at work. And also then you have to figure out, oh, what are we going to eat? Then you have to call the house help, or you have to call your chef, oh, can we please eat this? Or you yourself have to just figure it out at that moment. So learn how to plan and organize different aspects of your life. Even if you are having events, maybe you're having guests that are coming over, for your own inner peace, please, for that place of tranquility with you, plan ahead of time, schedule, organize. What do I need? What does it take for me to make this meal? Do I have it available? Okay, if I do not, what do I have? Do I have an alternative meal that I can make? These things are very simple, but they actually make your life a whole lot better. And also, organizing, planning, and scheduling makes you feel like I have a control over situations. Okay, do not just live life to do not leave things to chance. Oh, Kwesera Sera. Oh, oh, I'll cross that bridge when I'll cross that bridge. We shall cross the bridge when we get there. No. Right now, plan on how you are going to, cross the bridge. Find out, is the bridge strong enough? Do we need to come with extra ropes? Do we need extra enforcement? Or is it impossible for us to use this bridge? Can we use alternative routes? That is also a wiser way of thinking about life. Let's go on to my next point. Reading and growing your intellectual muscle. Now, this might seem like, what does that have to do with my inner peace? But this is very important. The more you are intellectually stimulated, the more you have a better attitude and understanding of life. A person who is just dull and they know nothing about life, they're not curious to learn, everything that comes just sweeps them, because they have nothing to weigh it against. So I highly recommend reading. It can also be a form of, this is a hobby that I love to do. I can read a book that I like, and it sets my mind at ease. It gives me peace and what have you. So growing your intellectual muscle actually helps you improve your inner peace. It is also a moment for you to meditate and think about the things that you are reading. You get to realize that in the moments of meditation, you have references because you have books that you have read. And this brings me to the very end of my video. Thank you so much for watching thus far. The sun, oh God, the sun. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. I hope you found this helpful. Please make sure to give us a thumbs up, like, comment, and share. God bless you. It is always an honor talking to you. From me, Mrs. Nkata, to you, lots of love, and bye-bye.